We've had quite this steamy start out there, but at least temperatures are being held back a little bit by plenty of cloud coverage and a lot of tropical moisture working in. Winds out of the south to southwest around 10 miles per hour have kept these dew points elevated. Temperatures in the mid 80s are feeling like low to mid 90s for some of you right now as we do await the arrival of storms later on. But Viper radar continues to be clear across the coastal empire and low country through the remainder of the afternoon. Remainder of the morning into early afternoon, we do start to eventually see those rain chances come up. A very steamy one otherwise. By the way, high temperature 89 degrees, may find some spots hitting the lower 90s though. Eventually scattered to numerous storms do move in, and your evening commute may be a bit on the dicey side with heavy rainfall moving into the area. A look at the overall region, we have a frontal boundary stalled out across the southeast. Again, not a lot of jet stream flow to really carry this thing forward, and when that flow becomes parallel to the front, that helps it stall out. And also this time of year, the Bermuda high really does shape the pattern, but ample tropical moisture continues to move into the area. That's what's eventually going to allow for storms to develop later on. With about as high of atmospheric moisture content as you can get, this activity does gradually move in. For what it's worth, different model runs have had a little bit more coverage, but showers and storms move in. Again, be mindful. Frequent lightning and torrential rainfall leading to localized street flooding at times this evening. But this activity will gradually taper off through the latter portion of the evening. Eventually you start off your Thursday with plenty in the way of cloud cover. Some of that dissipates, but eventually the sea breeze storms get going right along the immediate coast. Pulse inland, you know the routine, of course, as you get into the afternoons here, and a bit more warmth into the day tomorrow as well. As today it will be hard to hit 90 tomorrow. Not an issue in the slightest. The Hurricane Center does have an area outlined from the eastern Gulf over Florida and off our southeast coast for the potential for a tropical system to develop. Now I will say this. First of all, any system would be weak and sloppy, with mainly the right side of it being fairly loaded. But for what it's worth, there is the higher probability of a tropical depression forming off of the southeast coast. But this should not lead to major impacts at this time. The main concerns the storms today, the remainder of the week looks to be fairly fine. And a matter of fact, more seasonal temperatures as you look into the 4th of July. Heat index about 100 to 105. Be mindful of those isolated afternoon storms. But otherwise, your extended forecast does keep the rinse and repeat pattern in play. Again, numerous storms this afternoon. Still looking at scattered storm chances for your Thursday, but into the 4th of July, the main issue is going to be the heat, especially if you're out there all day. More in the way of our typical summer weather is back into this weekend. Kim?
All right, so your first day on the morning shows, and I have a bone to pick with you because you like the heat.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, who are you?
I guess I messed up, huh?
Yeah, you did. Strike one. Strike one. You have 2 to go. All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. Thank you.